Well, I've never seen people try so hard to get into prison. Island of Fire, released in 1990 and is directed by Kevin Chu, who's also behind such films like Killer Meteors. And this film is starring Jackie Chan, Andy Lau, Sammo Hung, Tony Leung KA-FAI, and CHUNG-HUA. And the reason why we're talking about Island of Fire today is because it was a PayPal recommendation and donation from a big contributor and supporter of this channel, probably one of my biggest supporters that I have on this channel, David Klimov. Thank you very much for your recommendation, recommending a Taiwanese Hong Kong film, which I definitely wouldn't have picked out of thin air on here unless it was recommended to me. And probably why this film is famous, or has any fame at all, if it has any fame, is because it is starring Jackie Chan. Even though they bill him as like the lead of this film, he is definitely not. He is only a side piece. He is only side piece. He's only a side actor who's on screen for, what, 12 minutes? But when he is on screen, he is doing all of his Jackie Chan-isms and just wonderfulness that he's been known for over the decades. He's just freaking awesome, so yeah, checking out early Jackie Chan films today. Let's do it. Thank you very much, David, for the recommendation. If anyone else out there also wants to be like David and help support me and contribute to this channel, you can select the QR code that is in the bottom left corner of your screen right now. Send over your donation of $5 or more with your movie recommendation, and if I have access to it, I will watch it, review it, and give you a little shout out, just like what I did with David here. Wang Wei is a police officer who witnesses the murder of his father-in-law by an assassin who is immediately killed right after. And Wei later discovers that the man who killed his father-in-law was supposedly killed in a prison months ago. So in order to figure out what the heck is going on, he decides to go undercover and get into the prison to see what's going on. And while there, people suspect him of being a cop immediately, so he is immediately beaten, and you would think he's just killed right there on the spot, but no killing happens to this dude, at least at this point. So he starts earning his stripes in prison and starts befriending like the head gangsters and the head bad dudes in the prison cell so that he, doesn't end up as one of their bitches. And I love good cop thrillers. I love a good cop story of trying to infiltrate someone, going undercover and uncovering just a incredible conspiracy that just turns the whole police department upside down. But I always feel like terrible for the people who go undercover, especially when they're told that yourself and the person who gave you the assignment, we're the only ones who know that you're actually a cop. So if anything happens to the guy who knows that you're the cop, the only one, you are fucked. So I'm always wondering in any of these police films where that happens, like, why would you agree to this? I know they would make your professional career a living hell, the higher-ups of your police department, for you not taking on an assignment, but I don't know, isn't there an HR for that or something? But anyway, he infiltrates the prison, and this prison is a piece of shit, but you come to like and to feel like heartache for some of the prisoners here in the prison. There's a guy who keeps breaking out, which is actually very impressive. He breaks out several times in this film, only to go see his son, who is having a birthday, or is starting school, or something, or it's the brand new year. And you just feel bad for him. You want him to be with his son, because he clearly loves his son. I forget what he did to make it into the prison, but, clearly, that was more important than loving and staying with your son. But anyway, you still feel bad for him. And then Jackie Chan shows up later because he accidentally inadvertently murdered the son of a mobster, like the head mobster. I wouldn't say he murdered him. I mean, the dude fell on him and he had a knife in his hand, and the gravity is what killed him. But that's what brings him into the prison. They beat him up, of course, but it's not as easy as Wei, who's not, Jackie Chan and fluent in martial arts. And I like what we get of Jackie Chan. It's all the standard Jackie Chan fight choreography that we've come to know and love from him over the years. Just here, he's extremely young, he's starting out, and his hair, holy crap, that is a lot of hair. Like, I know mullets were a thing back in the early 90s, but my god, dude, stop it. In fact, anyone who has a mullet out there in current times, stop it. It doesn't look good. I don't care if it's fashionable or cool now. It looks stupid. So in terms of story with this film, I'm actually really digging this. I like where this goes, and I like the twist at the end where all of the people that you think have been killed and murdered over the course of the story, we actually see again, and I'm not going to spoil it going forward after that, but I like the little suicide reservoir dogs squad that they get as I proceed to basically spoil it for you, so sorry. However, the technical aspects of this film I think are something to be desired, in particular the music choices, the composition. The score here is very melodramatic, it's very over the top, and it's played almost throughout this entire film in every scene. Like the opening scene when they're sitting at the dinner table and we're getting introduced to our lead character and his love for this woman, his father-in-law, the professor. We have this overly melodramatic score as if it's something from like Gone to the Wind or something, and it's playing in the background and all they're doing is just eating rice and having a conversation. There's nothing in there that's so overly dramatic that's calling for this quality of score here. Like, the music sounds good, but its positioning in the movie is just a little ridiculous and a little silly. In the end, though, I think Island of Fire is a nice, especially introduction to Jackie Chan, or if you're curious about the history of this man, one of the greatest actors that we've ever had, at least here in America, in my opinion. This is definitely worth going back and seeing the early days of Jackie Chan and just how amazing he was back then and how he was able to carry that all throughout his career. It's awesome. I'm gonna give Island of Fire 3 out of 5 Blu-rays.
Not exactly what I had in mind, but not bad.
So guys, if you've seen Island of Fire, what did you think about it? Or if you've never seen it before and you stumbled across because of this video, then comment below and let me know what you thought about it. And as always, if you like what you see here, if you like my take on movies, then hit the subscribe button and make sure you hit that bell so you know the next time I release my next movie review. So guys, I will see you next time on the channel, but in the meantime, be well, be good to each other, and go watch a movie. Take care, guys.